Alright. Welcome, one and all.
Right where we need to go.
Oop.
That sentry droid probably spotted us already.
Great.
They were probably looking for me when they saw your shuttle go down.
We could try handing the Zabrak over. You know, bargaining chip?
Who do you think shot you down in the first place?
Good point. Forget I said anything.
Okay, welcome one and all to Knights of the Old Republic 2. Last time we helped the Ithorians with the restoration efforts, got them their droid back, and dug up a bunch of dirt on the Czerka Corporation by logicking another droid out of existence, which was pretty hilarious. And now we are on the surface of Telos. The Republic is gonna just let me do my thing and watch.
Let me handle this.
More where that came from. More where that came from. Everyone down.
Time to turn on some buffs. Oh my gosh! the blast deflection. Oh yeah! Force Pike. Oh yeah, I'm glad I upgraded my gun before coming to the surface. These guys are usually really hard to hit. Ooh, a crit, nice. Alright.
Just say the word.
Oh yeah, I don't have my chat screen up. Here, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I do not have my chat screen up. Alright! I now have my chat screen up. Okay, let me know in the chat. Can you hear me okay? Because I had some mic problems on the last stream. I'll make sure that's not happening this time. Alright, if I remember correctly, we should have those 2 escaped criminals coming up.
Another sentry. A mercenary.
Another sentry droid.
More where that came from.
Yep. Alright, sweet. Sweet, sweet. Mike is working tonight. There they are, the 2 criminals. You seem happy to see me. Why would I? We want to collect the bounty.
Wait, bounty?
Bounty?
Why is there a bounty on your head?
We'll get there later. It's a long story. Yes, it is. We actually find out later why there's a bounty. Friend here happens to be one.
I don't think
so.
You'll
Have to come through me. That was the plan anyways, so they just don't care.
Everyone down.
Let me handle this.
Yeah, Bayadur's kind of... Oh man, these guys are hitting hard. I don't remember these guys hitting this hard. But yeah, those are the two escaped criminals.
Let's go.
Oh, Bayodur.
What's going on?
Alright, Bayodur, give me that mine. General Kenobi, yep. Yeah, the mercenaries on the surface of Telos are usually a little bit tricky to deal with, so I put some upgrades on my gun before coming down here. Ooh, Canox! We'll meet more of these later. These things are kind of like the garbage cans of Duxon. These things are native to to Duxon, which is a moon of Onderon. We'll go there later. And they're kind of like they're kind of like the garbage cans of the jungle. They're described as they are described as they will eat anything. And there's even a side quest where you have to find some electrical components and a bunch of them ate.
Amazing at wasting the Republic's credits, maybe. But now that you mention it, I think I feel it too. Like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders.
Quiet. There's a large mercenary patrol up ahead.
If you have Kreia here, she'll talk about how it's the Force you feel like that it's coming back.
We could cross along the shore, or head along the
which is a
cliffs to
hint
the
that these two are Force sensitive.
Bold.
I've never been able to come through this area without doing this fight, so here's what I'm going to do. We are going to come over here in order to try and avoid the Canox. Drop a save. Oh yeah, that was a nice hit. Ooh, I've got a level.
Time to take you down to size.
Yeah, I'll save that level because if I'm ever close to dying...
Time to even the odds.
Ooh, yay! The third attack. Yeah, the second level 4 speed grants you another chance to hit on an attack. If you have the max level 4 speed, you have a shot for having... You can get up to 5 hits per attack if you're dual wielding pistols, and I'm going to be doing that later. But if you... Here we got, okay. Okay, we got a power, Battle Meditation. My force build for this is extremely buff heavy because it'll give you a bunch of attack modifiers and increase my damage so that my blasters will be crazy good. Sniper shot in 1, but rapid fire in 2. Well, in one,
Everyone down!
in KOTOR 1, the base class you pick determines which attack feat you get. Scoundrel gets sniper shot, Scout gets rapid, and Soldier gets power blast. But you just kind of get all three of the attacks at the start of KOTOR 2, so you can go down whichever path you like. I personally like rapid shot because DPS. Okay, so the body just faded from existence, so... Yeah, I'm running rapid shot because I'm dual wielding, and if you... I'm gonna end up dual wielding pistols, and if you can dual wield pistols, you'll be crazy powerful with speed. Like, speed, valor, battle meditation with dual pistols will just, like, your damage will be crazy. There's also a super high damage one you can do if you pick Sith Assassin. If you basically, there's prestige classes in this game. If you go dark side, you get Sith ones, and the Sith Assassins gets the Sith Assassins and the Jedi Watchmen get sneak attack.
The mercenary.
So if you can mass stun enemies either with Force Terror or like Stasis or something, your DPS will be off the charts. Especially if you went for a very skill heavy build like I'm doing. If you're going for a very skills heavy build, you'll be able to build your upgrades at the workbench. Arcadian heavy pistol. Attack mod 1. Attack mod 3. 19. 11, 3 to 20. Oh man. These are actually somewhat decent for now. I'm gonna try these. Partially because I have max 2 weapon fighting, so I'll be able to get off of... My base attack will get off 3 shots when I'm dual wielding, and if I have the knight speed, it can go up to 4, and if I have the...
This won't take long.
Having 2 of these will give me more damage output than just that one slightly upgraded blaster rifle, so just so you know.
This won't take long.
These will also either sell for a lot of money or make a lot of components if I break them down.
This won't take long.
Everyone down!
Okay, struggling to hit, so... I'm gonna activate Battle Meditation, Valor, and Speed.
More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from.
Now let's watch the difference. Hits. They see I got 4 hits there. What are you talking about?
You look like you've been standing too.
Oh
close
yeah,
to
the
those
light side
heat
prompts.
Generators.
You want to talk? You can be really snarky with Vader, and he's good humored.
Whoa, claws out today, aren't they? Seriously, you don't look that way from spending extra time in the fresher. I've seen other Jedi, not many but a few, who look like that. And I feel a little strange around you. A little more in control. Calm. Like I usually only get when I'm repairing something.
Can manifest itself
Was
visibly.
there something you wanted me for?
I've never actually had that trigger while I was still on planet. Does Bayadur have stealth skills? No. Atten has decent demolition and stealth, so I'm going to give Atten a stealth unit. And get him to start recovering the mines up there. Yeah, back
Looks
to what
like
you're.
a minefield up ahead. We can try.
Oh my gosh.
Just say the word.
Wait here.
Now let's see if the turrets will still pick me up. Let's see if I can recover these mines without triggering all the attacks. Yeah, back to what I was saying. In Coach War 1, defeats are so limited, especially with a scoundrel counselor build like I did. Oh, come on! Alright.
More where that came from.
It's not worth it to pick up the second feed. That is just gonna...
More where that came from.
Ah, thank you, main character, for the heal. And now I can recover all these mines. Alright. Now we can move on. Yeah, I should be able to sell those mines for a good chunk of money.
Send your droid in.
And
we're close to the compound.
I think we're close to the compound.
Yeah. Yeah, see, look at my damage output with all the buffs active. Yeah, she basically just ordered her droids to destroy me.
Take them down.
Yeah, now the shields are doing stuff. Nice. Sadly, she doesn't have any remains. But anyway, at this point, the best thing to do right now would be to let my force points recover, so that I'll be able to activate all my buffs for the next fight. Okay, guys, just let me know in the chat if you can't hear me, and I'll adjust my mic. Force points are almost back up. Compound.
There's the landing pad. There should be a computer terminal I can
Yep.
access from there. Looks like we're gonna have to find our way there, though.
Why do you say that?
What do we have here?
Because these
The
guys.
Jedi. Saves us the trouble of looking for you. Corin Fault did say you were dangerous. Maybe he does know what he's talking about.
Yeah, Corin Fault was that guy we talked to in the last episode about how he told us how to get into the mainframe so we could dig up dirt on Czerka. He was right.
We'll see. Attack!
This won't take long.
But yeah, look at what all the buffs are doing for us. The Abander still goes down quickly. Yeah, that guy has a disruptor rifle on him, always does. No.
Let's go.
No.
Just say the word.
Alright, I actually managed to succeed in avoiding getting to the next section of that combat before I could heal up. That's actually fantastic. They usually just charge in. That is fantastic. Okay. Alright, my blasters, thank you. Alright, gotta let my force regenerate so I can activate my buffs. If I can activate my buffs, it should be better. Yeah, I've got a very support-oriented force user at the moment. What level am I? Just gonna check. 11. Okay, 4 levels, and then we'll be able to have a prestige class. Probably won't happen until we get to the next planet, but... Yeah, it makes sense that battle meditation uses a huge amount of force points. It's known to be, all the lore about it states it's a very intensive power to use. Next batch.
Let's settle this.
Let's get this over with.
You see what I mean about these mercs being hard to hit? These guys have got really high armor class. Man, that 2 Divinus stuff I got is really, really saving my butt.
You know where that came from? Let's settle this. Let's settle this.
Alright. That's the bulk of the really tough ones, actually. Oh man, the money is nice. Crippling skills, that's neat. Watchman Blaster, that's actually a decent upgradable weapon. 11, 8, but fully upgradable, and it has a stun chance, so yeah. Once I could get some upgrades on that, I'll use that. And there's that and silly get up from death again. That ability is something that only Atten can get. It's kind of dumb. Oh, you jerk.
Time to take you down to size. Time to even the odds. Let's settle this.
Oh, nice! All 3 hits. Guess I have to provide covering fire now. Oh, shit. Okay, this is gonna be tricky, but...
More where that came from.
These turrets are dealing obscene amounts of damage. Wow.
Time to even the odds.
All right. Alright, looks like all the tough ones are out of the way. And there's that. And just coming in and fire, getting like, what is that, zombified fire support?
Everyone down!
Okay, just to make sure you guys can still hear me, right? Yeah, alright, sweet, sweet. Since we are now all done with that BS, okay, so I did loot these. Got the guys up here, are they... No, they do not have stuff to loot, alright. Alright. That should do it.
Hopefully I'll be able to access the shield network from this console. Good, it's functional, and my passcodes still work. Now let's find your ship.
Alright, TSF said the Evan Hawk wasn't at a sanctioned landing
The
site.
TSF probably thinks the ship was put down in the wastes, but they don't know the planet as well as I do. Telos' atmosphere has been turned into acidic vapor. Landing a ship in the wastes would be like sealing it in a hangar full of hungry Minox.
I'd say there's probably an illegal landing site somewhere then.
So that means there's probably an unsanctioned landing site somewhere on the planet. Still shielded, but not a restoration zone or other listed facility. That's why I need access to the shield network.
Alright.
Here, a small anomaly in the shield network's power grid. I'm not surprised the TSF didn't spot this. It's subtle, more like an error or random flux than anything suspicious.
What is it?
It looks like power is being drawn to generate a shield over a small area in the polar region, but nothing should be down there. Orbital cameras show nothing, just an empty mesa.
Well, how are we gonna get there?
That's a little tougher. According to the computer, a shuttle is currently docked inside the research facility. At least there was at last report, though that was months ago.
So we don't know if it'll still be there or
I
working?
don't know, but that's not going to stop me. I'm getting back to Citadel if I have to build a new ship myself.
That's decided then. We should get going.
There's one other small problem. Recently, Czerka teams that were sent into the military facility have not been coming out. But it's not as though we have any choice.
Let's go then. Well, that's a tiny bit grim.
What's going on?
Alright. Let's pick up these mines. Yeah, just having all these skills is incredibly useful. Old military site.
This arm of mine isn't just for show, General. Stand back. The Czerka Mercenaries were a little surprised when I broke my way out of my holding cell. The shields there were even weaker than these. After you.
I'll get back to that with ya. Alright.
Time to even the odds. Everyone down!
Yeah, with the turrets that deal an obscene amount of damage.
This won't take long. Settle this.
Yep. It doesn't take an obscene amount of damage to knock Bandura down. He's basically just there as a skills nerd. Skills nerd and shield breaker, pretty much.
Yeah?
Can you wear the Enchanty? Damage resist for Sonic. Oh, that's literally, mine is literally slightly better. What I have is literally slightly better, so. What is that? You guys can see that thing, right? That little random flash is just floating in the air? What is that? You guys see that, right? What is that? A graphical bug?
Poison.
Ooh, Jalshay Advisor armor. 441. Heck yes. Ah, shit.
Let's go.
Everyone down! Time to take you down to size. Everyone down!
All right.
Let me handle this.
There's a fight coming up in this area that I'm absolutely dreading. Administrative ID. That administrative ID should let me turn off all the gas and stuff. Flex heavy armor. I'm getting a lot of valuable stuff in here.
This one's get this over with.
Holy crap, adrenaline stimulator? That's nuts. Oh, saves all 4 decks too? Thank you. But yeah. My dex rating is crazy. That's one piece of gear I'm not selling. That's too good.
Take him down.
And Baeder goes down, just like that. Oh, Baeder. Can't you grow some meat? Hey, he needs to grow some 2-weapon fighting. And there's that. That feat is so silly. Ooh, level 12. 18 cons, so now I can use all the implants. That's sweet. Next thing, I need 2 more wisdom and 2 more dex, I think. Alright, feats. Need to get that before... Oh man, improved heal or that? I think improved heal. What do you guys think? Improved heal or blast redirect? Choice between improved heal and blast redeflect. What would you guys pick in this choice? Between redirection, between blast redirection or improved heal? I'm leaning toward the heal. Heal. Yep. I'll go for the heal. Okay, first things first, I need this, I need that, and I need that. I also need... Oh yeah, the damage.
Time to take you down to size.
Ooh. Alright. That's been one. Okay, that makes things simple. Because a level up automatically replenishes health. Alright. I'm gonna give him dueling. Because he is because Baeder actually does best as a hand-to-hand combat. Look at my stats. Oh man, that's nice. Alright, workbench. Alright. Where's that blaster rifle? Create range. Let's see what we got. A standard, so I can still only make a standard Rilith. Current skill 16, needed 22. Okay. I have one of those. Okay, so I'm gonna upgrade that Watchman Blaster. Yeah, that's almost as good as the blaster rifle was by itself. Alright. Now, that Watchman Blaster that I just upgraded is just about as good as the blaster rifle was by itself. And now I've got that plus another gun. So like, even though the blaster rifle had longer range, I now just have more damage output because of the pistols, so the reduced range doesn't really matter much.
There she is, one orbital shuttle. Looks like it's in serviceable condition. That's all a moot point, though.
Why's that?
The hangar bay doors are closed.
He was just walking backwards, that's funny.
Shuttle through solid metal, so I'd say we need to find a way to get them open. We'll also need to find the ignition codes for the shuttle, or else we'll have some trouble getting off the ground.
Those doors back there.
That, I wouldn't worry about what shape this heap is in. I'll get it running.
Yep.
Been poisoned. What's going on?
Why are we teleporting? Like, that's weird.
Been poisoned.
Turn off gas. There we go. Now we don't have to deal with that BS anymore. Adrenal strength. Heavy alloy suit. Something to see about Bairder.
Let's go.
Fortitude. Yeah, fortitude saves will be good for him. Dang, that feature is so good. Oh yeah, I need the codes for this. Alright.
Let's
Mandalorian melee shield. It's either this door or the next one. Now I can talk about some restored content. Military grade security door cannot be opened from here. So I think this is the door that is restored content. There was an entire level cut from the game that was actually completely done, but they just cut it from the game for whatever reason, even though it was done. And part of the restored content mod that I have brings it back. And now he's gonna ask me, Berserker team, follow me out.
Great.
So this guy is actually kind of annoying, so we're gonna try and lead him out for some light side points and possibly some Beodur influence. He's annoying because his AI gets stuck a lot. If you have Kreia with you, her part of her philosophy is that everyone's strength is their own. If you're relying on someone else's strength, then you're weak. So if Kreia's with you, she yells at you for helping this guy. Hey, buddy. Just keep following me. Alright, bud? You guys about to get stuck there, I think. You see, he just gets stuck there. Most of the time I try this, he just gets stuck there. Ah, there we go. He's unstuck now. Oh my gosh, where'd he go? Keep following me. Yeah, this guy's frustrating, but it's worth it for some Beodur influence if he triggers. Alright, he's coming. Come on, buddy. It's taking a bit, but... This guy's AI is so annoying. Like, he'll just stand in one place even though the way is completely clear and he can see me moving. If he's right freaking there, he won't move. Well, buddy? See, we're right at the entrance and he's not following us the last few feet out. See what I mean? This guy's annoying. And now he's just gonna stand there. There we go. Leading this guy out is really annoying. It's like trying to herd cats. We're right at the entrance, buddy.
I guess the Jedi Code is still alive and well. If you say so, I'm not sure I believe it. There's a lot of people who need help in the galaxy. If we stop to help each one, the Sith are going to be on us faster than anything. Let's just accomplish our mission first, then worry about everyone else.
Well, Atten influence, either way. It's actually nice to have some early Atten influence for his thing later. I could actually tell I was trying to trigger Beodur's line, but then Atten just was like, nope, you're doing me. At least my companions will actually follow me like they're supposed to. Alright, this one we can blow open. Alright, Beodur.
Yeah?
And now we're actually back to doing stuff. I think we got a bot, guys. I think we got a bot.
More where that came from. Time to take you down the side.
Let me handle this. Let's get this over with.
All right.
Time to take you down to size.
Yeah, my damage counts with all my buffs active. It was completely silly. For this stage in the game, the damage counts I'm getting are nuts.
Yeah?
Okay, is this the droid factory? Oh wait. Okay, so this thing is just some free experience.
This droid has been damaged and does not appear to be functional.
Program it to follow me. Yeah, HK protocol droid. Yeah, tell me if you believe that or not. That's where the cut level is. That's where the cut level is. We'll be back here later with HK-47. Okay, that's just a blocked off door.
What's going on?
These droids are not these turrets are not active. Well, guess what happens when we activate the reactor core? Start reactor. And that's the fight I've been dreading. This thing is so annoying. Drop a save before fighting those turrets. Because these turrets are actually kind of tough. Or not! Because my damage counts are absurd. Oh my gosh. You just got a taste of what it's gonna be like late game when I have all the precise shot feats, master rapid shot, etc. with max upgraded disintegrators or whatever. Take it out.
More where that came from. Let's settle this.
Ooh, the crits.
Time to take you down to size. Everyone down. Time to even the odds. Time to take you down to size.
Let's get this over with.
Man, when I have master speed, master rapid shot, and max upgraded like disintegrators or whatever, that data pad has the launch codes. Yeah, we're gonna come back up here. I may actually just make a bunch of advanced med kits before we move on. Just to be absolutely certain. But yeah, we're gonna go in here. Unlock the hangar doors. Which means that once we take out that monster tank droid thing, we'll be on our way. Just a second. Alright, I was just double checking to make sure my mic works. Oh, and there it is. Come on, shoot it! You see what I think is? You see what I mean about this thing being monstrously annoying? You can't hit the thing. I've got massive attack modifiers and I still can't hit the stupid thing. How many med kits?
Yeah?
Oh, you're kidding me! Shit. Oh. You see, like, I had my battle meditation and all of my buffs on, I still couldn't hit the stupid thing. You see why I hate this thing? Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, I have to cheese this thing. There's no other option. Like.
Time to take you down to size. Time to take you down to size.
Yeah! Now I have to pick up all these mines I laid because the stupid droid stepped through them and didn't detonate them somehow. Alright, so, but the nice thing is in this room there's usually a good bit of loot. Swifter rifle and energy shield, a bunch of components, credits, that's nice. For some reason this last one doesn't open. Money, Gamoran war gloves, frag grenades. Okay, now I'm gonna drop a save because we're about to have a bunch of cutscenes, and the game sometimes crashes during cutscenes. Take the shuttle to Shield and Mass in the polar region. The Canuck.
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has evaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They have likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the SHIELD network. However, the SHIELD network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
Well, this can't be any worse than last time. So that's the hole in the SHIELD network, huh? Doesn't look like much to me.
I just noticed that those force fires look a tiny bit similar to the Jedi Temple. That's interesting.
You've got to be kidding me. It's not my fault.
Atten is such a mood. I love that guy. He's hoping it didn't straight up crash. Yes! Alright.
Egotistic praise. An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds.
I have to tell it to capture my desktop display instead of just the game, because otherwise the cutscenes won't show.
Assessment. I picked up on the heat forms of the Jedi and their allies. Activate the mines and prime the self-destruct sequences.
Alright.
Relieved statement. Oh, Jedi, it is good to see you intact.
You say as you activate a bunch of mines and brandish blaster rifles?
Quick clarification. But now that we we have found you. We hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary.
Oh, yes, right.
And
But if I
prevent
facilitate communications, you mean blast me, then... Why'd you shoot me down?
Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints.
Torture restraints, yeah, right. How many of you are there?
Hiding statement. Oh, Jedi. There are as many of us as are needed to capture or kill our targets. Egotistical boast. There are far more of us than any one Jedi. Destroy one of us, and more shall rise from the wreckage. Unnecessary threat. And our attack protocols are more than a match for you and your allies.
Alright, Kreia! Oh, man. Yeah, Kreia's got a couple of levels. Oh, 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 oh. Blast deflection.
Yes.
Alright, that's step one done.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Oh man, the damage!
Time to take you down to size.
Systems failing.
Time to take you down to size.
Almost got him. Almost got him.
Time to take you down to size.
Systems failing, Master.
HK chassis.
I hear you.
Nice. Alright, that should do it. Now we need to find shelter. Oh, please don't crash. Please don't crash. Alright, good.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
Alright. I say that and brandishes a blaster.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a
Oh,
cell?
character moment.
Why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
I can only think of one devoted telepath who's better at the telepathy bit than Kreia is, and that's probably Corran Horn.
You like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If she is a Jedi, she will forgive.
Did she put Atten in quotes there?
You can't tell her. Please. I'm asking you. I don't want her to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this woman we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve her until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dajaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak.
Care to
explain?
bot in the chat.
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
All right. And now we learn more about my past. Or rather, my character's past.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
I can call them my slaves. That's so messed up. That always makes me laugh. What have you done with my friends?
Your concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. They have been detained for their safety. I find it unusual that you are traveling with others again. I had thought you had forsaken the company of others after the war. Or is that why you are here?
I'm looking for my ship. Or I could say, yeah.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you are admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
Oh, shut up. This again? Was an accident?
An accident. Something beyond your control. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking. Putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done? Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds.
2 worlds? Oh wow, that's really messed up.
Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime.
So yeah, now this line. I love this line and I use it every time because it puts her in a corner that she really can't escape without just insulting me again or admitting her flaws, the latter of which she won't do. Little bit of background lore here. When the Mandalorians attacked, the Jedi initially chose to stay out of the conflict, even though the Mandalorians were wreaking destruction and havoc everywhere they went. And the Republic was calling them for help, but the Jedi Council decided to not help. Okay? So, and my character was one that followed Revan into the Mandalorian Wars. Okay? So she's blaming me for the destruction, for worlds raiding graveyard worlds, for Paragus blowing up so Telos' restoration will fail or whatever, okay? So here's what I say. It's almost as bad as the Jedi letting the Outer Rim die during the Mandalorian Wars.
So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to
yes,
anger
right.
me, you are wrong.
Flawed.
How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will, but when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it.
So I get blamed for the actions of the Sith?
The Sith? What do you mean?
The Sith have returned. The Sith came to free me on Paragus, tried to kill me.
Truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. And you encountered them on Paragus. But what would they want there? They can't have been looking for you.
The Sith believed me to be the last Jedi. Now listen to what this pretentious Shada says.
You. If they thought you a Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You
this lady.
Our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith
this is the beginning of her character arc here, by the way. She learns by the end. Well, if you play light side like I am, she will learn at the end. Are there any survivors?
I said I was the last of the Jedi, Exile, and I did not speak falsely. There are others who were once Jedi, but no longer. They will not take action against this threat.
Oh!
I have your ship. I will return it to you. You must leave here before you place us in jeopardy.
don't think I've ever actually seen that option before. I've played this game so many times, it's honestly a little bit sad.
You shall find them north of here, in one of the old irrigation chambers. They have not been harmed. They are free to leave as well.
Okay. Then I'll be going.
Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove her, mistress. Come with us.
There's a change. Yeah, I get the impression that line I just used pissed her off to the point where she just wouldn't talk anymore.
Are you all right, mistress?
The exile reminded me of something I had forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Was she important to you once?
We all have our heroes, and when we watch them fall,
Yeah.
we die inside. She made a choice once, and I did not. The day we judged her, I stood in the chamber, and she was so right. She was so certain of it. I doubted myself, but not now. She will never make me doubt myself again. But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course,
That's why
mistress.
she sent me away, because I made her quote-unquote doubt herself.
And
As
please,
in,
do not
maybe
exhaust yourself.
because I made her see the error in her ways. Yeah, there's that possibility. I always get a kick out of being snarky with her. Yeah, there's stuff to loot here. There's a thing you can do where you fight the Handmaiden. Ooh, medkit. I was needing some of those. Is it great? Is it hilarious how in RPGs you can just rob everything with no effect on your character alignment? Mandalorian assault rifle. That's actually really good for whenever we get HK-47. What these enchanty girls were doing with that though? Sith Disruptor. Oh man, is that upgradable? If that's upgradable, that's really good.
You are the exile, the one Atris
All
warned
right.
us about.
This particular girl, if you're playing as a male character, becomes a party member. But because we're playing with a female character, we get someone else later. What did Atris say?
She said, you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
Okay, that's hilarious. I went to war to protect others.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told us why you fell to the dark side. Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
That doesn't explain why I stopped fighting.
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with him because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
I did not march with Revan because it was my choice.
So it was a matter of choice, then. If Atris has erred in her evaluation of your motivations, it might be best to inform her.
So, there's a lot of dialogue options where you develop your character yourself by providing the motivations through your dialogue actions, and that's actually one of my favorite parts of this game, where you get to decide what your character's motivations were then and what they are now.
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation. You may ask.
Alright. You look different.
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the company of others.
There's a side quest when you play it. She has a side quest when you play as a male character and have her as a party member, where if you have enough influence with her, she'll tell you that her father was a guy called Usanis, who was an Achani general, and she was born of an illicit affair with another woman. There are theories about who that other woman was. I can get into them later. You have a different mother, but the same father?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Alright. I meant no offense.
There's no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw.
Yep.
You may... Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it.
You have touched the Force.
Please.
So basically, you have a number of options to tell her what feeling the Force is like. Some of them are extremely dark, some of them are like super goody two-shoes. Warmth of the sun without glare. There's no harshness.
I see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
It was my pleasure. It's basically some free light side points. It's really fun to talk to her about what Atris thought of you because... Alright.
Did you find what you came for?
Past. Let's place her home.
I felt as much. Quite strongly, in fact. I suspected there was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
The woman here is a Jedi, Atris, one of the
There is
council.
a Jedi here, perhaps. In that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
Yeah, she's pointing out the flaw in Atris's logic, which is really interesting. If Atris were really the quote-unquote last of the Jedi, first off, she'd be from a desert planet, but that's another matter entirely. But she would also, like, be trying to spread the teachings to others or find new students. And she's not. Atris plans to heal the galaxy, rebuild the Order.
Plans are fragile things, and life often dashes expectations to the ground. Perhaps
That's
students
true.
will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded by those who cannot feel the Force.
Those who cannot feel...
Yes, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive.
Were you reading their minds? Now this gets you a really cool bit of dialogue.
Invade the mind of another? It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained.
You see, she did it to Atten because she felt she had something to gain from it. There was nothing to gain from the Handmaidens. Well, there is nothing to be gained.
Very well, let us depart.
Atten okay?
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Yeah, really. I don't buy that. Partially because I saw the cutscene. The exile, on the other hand, didn't.
I am sorry, General. I must
Hey,
have
Bader.
lost consciousness in the crash.
There's nothing to apologize for. Are you okay?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
A Jedi Academy concealed in the North Pole of Telos.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Are you well enough?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you.
Yep. Come with me. I could use your help.
Very well,
Bader influence. Yay. Alright. I'm just looking for stuff to loot. Oh, wait a second. There's another room here. Yes. Advanced combat system. Sure, more attack modifier. Let's do this. More medkits. Yay. Hey, T3!
Well, if it isn't the one who stole the Ebonhawk. Not so smug now, are you little thief?
It is unlikely the droid stole the vessel.
Says you.
Is this your droid? It looks badly damaged. Dissected.
Yeah, T3's been through a lot. You alright, buddy? Wasn't your fault, bud. What information are you talking about? What would she want? What's in your memory core? Let's get you back to the ship, then we can talk more. We'll see you back at the Ebonhawk, bud. I remember the first time I played this game and felt like I hit such a big landmark by getting off of Telos, but little did I know I had only just begun. Beam Splitter 2, that's nice. Okay, I've been everywhere, so... There's a side quest here where you can do hand-to-hand lessons with the Handmaidens, but like, it's only worth it if you're like a hardline melee character. Which I'm not. Enter the Ebonhawk. Well, please don't crash. That's weird. Why is it showing that cutscene again?
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet,
That
I
was
say we
weird.
burn
There
Stein
should have
till
been a
we see
different
lines.
cutscene there. Alright, T3, what you got? Slow down. You download Atris's archives?
What is the machine saying?
He said there's a hollow record of my trial on Atris's records. Alright, now we get to the meat of the plot. Sorry it's only been 3 streams, but it took me 3 streams to get here, but we're here. We're to the meat of the plot. You know, just like in Control 1, 3 streams before we got to the real meat of the plot.
We seem to have found it.
And now we're gonna learn what we're doing in the rest of the game following.
Do you know why we have called you here?
Alright, you'll recognize Rook from the previous game. He's actually a member of the High Council. Called me to answer for my crimes at Malachor 5.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
Hey, so I'm just gonna let the dialogue play without commenting until after, because this is really important to the plot.
It is good you recognize this. It means you will understand why you must leave us. We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
If you remember at the very beginning of the game, right after we left Faragas, I told Atten I had a red lightsaber. Just so I could get a piece of funny dialogue. But that has an effect on stuff later.
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there. More like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code, and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side.
Shut up, Atris.
She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on 2 fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth, and she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Yeah. They just... Some of them...
sure like their secrets, don't they?
No kidding, bud. No kidding. See, even the Jedi can grow corrupt over time. Yeah, yeah. That's a really big thing right there. And there's a lot to it. So let's dissect it. They think something happened to me at Malachor 5, that is why my Force connection is not the same as it was. When they try to sense me in the Force, when they try to sense my character in the Force, it's like there's an empty spot. Not a Yuuzhan Vong-like empty spot where it's just like completely empty, but like a spot where there should be something but isn't. And they think that something about that is dangerous, and that's why they exiled me. Right? If you have anything else, let me know. As a list of all the missing Jedi, display it. Rook on Dantooine. Zez-Kayel, Nar Shaddaa. Kavar on Onderon. Vash, Korriban. Atris, Telos. I knew them all. They were the Jedi, they were on the council that exiled me.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into
yeah,
it. This
yours.
is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
But I spoil things. We have no choice. We need their help against the Sith. Alright!
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
Atris and the Jedi Council for
That's
me.
not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the war.
He knows a lot about lightsabers, considering he's not even a Jedi.
If you wanted to.
Yet, wink wink. You think I can't?
I don't know, General. But whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
There's some parts I'll need.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Since when did you become an expert on lightsabers?
I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are
There's a lot of lore to lightsaber crystals. Different varieties will produce different colors, and then there's synthetic crystals and other ones that augment the blade rather than producing it.
Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
For the last time. No. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first. And nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits?
He's gonna play with T3 anyway.
Well, check it again. It can't be anything else. Just check the damn connector. I don't trust the diagnostics any more than I trust you. Because I don't like droids. They break. In the head. Well, whatever you call that thing on your head. Yeah, well, if I'm mean to you, it's because I care.
I know people that are exactly like that.
Got a minute?
Oh, I love this.
What is it?
Won't take more than a minute.
All right, I'll work while you talk.
Look, your friend, the Jedi, you know her from way back, don't you? How much do you know about her, really?
Her? You mean the General? Yeah, during the war. If that's what you mean by way back. Can't say I know too much about her, though.
Better than anyone else on this ship. Just give me your opinion, okay? And don't laugh.
I'm trying to work here, Atten.
I was just wondering if you thought maybe she and I might...
You're being serious.
You said you wouldn't laugh.
You are being serious. Atten, she was a general. I was just a tech. Your guess is about as good as mine.
Well, what's your guess, then?
I'm getting back to work.
Hey! I'm being serious here. You're laughing at me? I'll put you on the scrap heap, you walking tin can.
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too.
Yep.
What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
What's going on?
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Good. Now let's get started.
There's a bunch of these scenes where they
wouldn't guess
just
it from the
upgrade your
outside,
companions,
but it looks
or
like you've been
upgrade the
through a
droids
lot.
specifically for free.
I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Alright. And now we have our main quest.
General, needs... Sorry, guess I can't get my head out of the past.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
I
dialogue
moved around
here.
for a couple years. Working as a starship mechanic got me from place to place. I wasn't ready to settle down after the war.
During my exile, I did the
Then
same
you
thing.
understand my restlessness. Though the war had ended, I couldn't find peace in anything. As long as I kept moving, I didn't have to think about what happened. Know what I mean?
Only too well.
Sure you. I decided I'd do something constructive. I wanted to make up for I wanted to design planetary shields. I found out that Telos was going to be the flagship project for the Republic, and it sounded like something good. I saw Telos before the Sith raised it. It deserved a better fate. But Czerka ruined everything. I thought I could force Czerka out on my own, but I guess I can't fix everything myself.
Taking out Czerka single-handedly might be a little
All I wanted to do was send a message, but I couldn't even do that right. That's the past, though. It's good to be working with you again. Something else I can...
And then you can just ask him a bunch of stuff about his past and his stuff. But he really doesn't have a huge amount to talk about until, like, well, a certain thing happens. AT3. Right. All done with that package. Oh, fine. Guess I got caught up on my work. Well, that one failed. Never heard that sound before. Well done. How you feel? Mike, look, I was working on ya. Failed that one. Okay. A couple more levels. Glad to hear, bud. Where'd it come from? Trying to rebuild him? Why? To protect me? That's an assassin droid. You're not a combat model. Alright, alright. Had to ask. Check with merchants. Yeah, basically that. And now, sometimes the dialogue gets in a loop. Got a bunch of computer spikes, influence, and light side. Bunch of XP too, so that's nice. Let's go talk to Kreia, because she has some cool stuff to talk about.
You have grown strong in the Force. I can feel its touch upon you. Do not let the higher mysteries blind you to others. turning away from that which tempts you. I have seen you display many acts of mercy, even if it weakens those you help, even if it robs them of the strength needed to grow. You have been chased, hounded since our first meeting, and it has only made you stronger, more capable.
So basically, Kreia believes that people need to face their problems themselves, and they will be stronger for it, and strength will help, and that strength will help them grow as people. That's her belief, and I agree to an extent. There's a point where, like, if you genuinely need help with something, there's no reason you can't ask for help. Like, if you don't understand your schoolwork, for example, there's perfectly fine to ask for help. But if you're going through, like, if there's a situation where you need to problem solving yourself will be good for you, you know? I hope I made my point. I hope my point was made.
Ah, then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do, and in every choice you make. Aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges, but weakens them. If that is your choice, then use their dependency, feed upon it, until you have exhausted them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same way.
There, see, now, I am now going to say something dark-sided, but it's worth it to get influence with her, because there's a lot of stuff she talks about that's useful.
Ah, now you are learning.
I'm still mostly max.
Yes. Then ask. There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question.
All right.
I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only. There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight, but sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted. Ask.
Now this is a big one. Are you a Jedi or a Sith?
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
Basically, she believes both the Jedi and Sith are flawed, and again, with that one, she is totally correct. Then what were you?
What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
Still wish to hear the story. Alright, cutscene! Now we get some backstory for Kreia. Bits like this are sparse, and a lot of it leaves you to piece it together yourself.
There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense.
And this is really symbolic here, okay? Notice how Scion grabbed her by the jaw, as if to silence her.
I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness.
Yeah, it's easy to see that there's some implications there that
Learn
aren't shown
from
on
me
screen.
my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest, for the future, for the Force.
Just knocked my mic, need to make sure it's still working. Alright, it's good. I need more than that.
If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice.
Alright, other questions? You know Atris?
Atris herself is
Yeah.
not as familiar to me as perhaps she should be. Yet I feel I know her, yes.
What do you mean?
Because Atris's path is one I walked long ago, and it is a chapter of my life that has been read and closed. She has taken the first steps, I think. We shall see. Surely you felt the righteous anger, the spoken judgments, the lack of forgiveness.
You walked her path?
I was a historian once, gathering the relics of the Jedi, learning the ancient mysteries. Always there were more questions. One quickly learns that the Jedi Code does not give all the answers. If you are to truly understand, then you will need the contrast, not adherence to a single idea. That is why Atris and the others blamed me, sentenced me. They believed me responsible for Revan's fall.
Were you to blame?
You have already asked much.
Yep.
Ask.
Each of these she answers will unlock another one that needs higher influence rating to get.
Nothing more than we all... There is...
Bunch of experience,
Yes.
you see?
Very... Ask.
Alright. Now, we're gonna talk, see if Atlas has anything.
I don't know what it is, but you look different. It's hard to explain, but it's,
Notice how
it's
that
good
I'm
to see.
super light, so Atlas looks bright too. That's because of the influence thing. They'll explain it later.
It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too.
Alright. So now we're gonna drop a save and we are going to return to Telos. Because I have a side quest to turn in and then possibly a thing to buy. And if I'm able to buy that thing, I will then be able to do another side quest. Giving Kreia and Atten for things. See, now we have our own docking bay. Don't tell me I just, like, screwed us over there. And now we're gonna start seeing these HK units. This is a part of the side quest for the military base sub-level, I'll just say. I'm gonna save here because these guys are kind of tricky.
Unnecessary rest.
It's not necessary that we hear what they say. Look at how fast we are recognized.
Failing, master. Systems failing, master. Systems failing, master.
Chassis! Entertainment. Okay, that's upgradable. I'm gonna keep that for now. I'm gonna hang on to this. I think I can buy that micropulse blaster now. Alright, so I'm starting the side quest. So he's just gonna list me a bunch of things for the black market. And since I'm gonna have people who have other blasters, I'm gonna hang on to the other slightly better blasters, so... Micropulse. Okay, so I'm gonna go build a couple of guns here. Alright, alright. Alright, that'll be good. Beam splitter. Massive crits. That should do it. Alright. Check the price on that Mandalorian disintegrator. 26,000. Alright. Only 19,000 credits to go, guys, for that. Anyway, my gun should be okay for now, but let's go tell Grant about the black market.
So you've returned.
You're not gonna put me under arrest?
I was disturbed that you chose to defy our orders and obtain transport off Citadel Station. The matter has since been closed. It was the decision of Republic authorities that your testimony would no longer be necessary, and thus you'd be allowed to go. But as we discovered, you had already left. In some ways, it was lucky for us, avoiding a possibly embarrassing situation. What is it? So you've returned. If we knew when he was... All that?
And he just gets it for me.
Here. Take these to Samhan. After that, come back to me and tell me the exchange has been made. If he won't let you leave until the transaction's completed, go with him. I'll be... So you've returned. What is it? I see. I see. Well, you're certain... Here it is, I think...
200 credits. Alright. Now let's go talk to Samhan. Anyway, I've got my micropulse blaster, I've got a Sith disruptor, and once Atton gets 2-weapon fighting set up, I'll set him up with some blaster pistols as well. Alright, so you basically don't get access to the extra stuff if you're doing the light side option.
About time you showed up some...
Oh, they
you
take
don't
a moment.
understand how it is with the faster we get...
Stop right there. You're all under
Hey,
arrest
Grad.
and your possessions will be seized. That's enough, Samhan. Don't bother protesting your innocence. We know all about your business thanks to our friend here.
Glad I could be of help, buddy.
He's got a grenade. Take him down.
Alright, let's see how much damage I deal.
Time to take you down to size.
Destruction, I tell you! Destruction!
I thought you might see it my way. All of you, come with me.
Alright!
I think you may be overconfident of your chances, Samhan. We now have evidence of your smuggling operation, and even the Council cannot ignore that. Again, I have you to thank. I promise to pay you handsomely. Now I must attend to my other duties.
500 credits, not bad. Anyway. We will go to the next planet. I think we get out of the planets. There's like Dantooine, Nar Shaddaa, Onderon, and Korriban. Anyway, that is going to be it for now. Thank you all for